So the Springboks have just announced their lineup for the upcoming match up against Italy, and I am utterly confused about what we are reading in this lineup. There are many questions that I'm sure Rassi will answer, but for one, there is no replacement hooker off the bench. 2 props, 2 locks, 2 loose forwards, and 2 backs is how the bench is made up. In the starting lineup, we see a couple reshuffles in this side, but this is certainly not a team that anyone was predicting for this matchup. But jumping straight into it, in the front row, it is Boan Fenta alongside Johan Robillard and Zachary Porthon. So the youngster getting another opportunity in that number 3 jersey. Johan Robillard, he comes in for Malcolm Marx, who is not playing in this game. And then Boan Fenta did only play around 30 minutes in the last match up against the French, but he does get another chance to show what he can do up against the Italians. Here in the locking duo, we see 2 changes compared to what we saw in the last match. Number 4, Jean Klein, and number 5, Franco Mostert. Now, Jean Klein has had very limited minutes for the Springboks. He's dealt with a couple injuries throughout this year. Franco Mostert, most recently, he was playing as a number 7, but of course he has got that locking ability, and that is why he plays at 5 for this contest. In the loose forward trio, Sio Khaleesi gets to keep his spot as the number 6 as well as captain. Now, some thought he would be rested in this contest, which was going to bring question marks around who would be captain for the Springbok side, but that has been answered. Sio Khaleesi bringing up his 101st cap for the green and gold. At number 7, Ben Jason Dixon for his first Springbok minutes in quite some time. And number 8, Marco van Staden. So no Jasper Visser in this contest. They have got Quaka Smith off of the bench and also Andre Esterhuizen. So plenty of questions around that loose forward trio, but one thing is for sure, it's definitely going to be a dangerous 4-pack for South Africa here. Moving on to the backline. Now this is a little bit more stock standard, I will say, compared to some of the other selections in the lineup. Number 9, Morne van den Berg, he returns from injury, and number 10, Handré Pollard. He hasn't had a lot of time in a Springboks kit throughout this year. We've seen the likes of Sasha Feinberg, Ngome Zulu, as well as Manie Libbok get a little bit more priority from Rassi, but we all know how strong Handré Pollard can be. He was actually pairing alongside Morne van den Berg up against the Italians in July. So these two have played together, and perhaps they are the two that we will see partnered together in the future as well. For the Boks, out on the left wing, it is Kurt Learnse. In the midfield, Ethan Hooker, so he gets his opportunity in the inside centre role for this game. And number 13, it is Kanan Moody. He didn't play in the last match up against the French. Instead, we did see that experience of Damien Delende alongside Jesse Krill make up the centre pairing. Number 14, Edwald van der Merwe. The last time he played up against the Italians, he scored himself 2 tries. And number 15, it is Damien Willemse. But looking through at this bench, like I said, not something that anyone was predicting. No replacement hooker. Marco van Staden, you could argue, is that guy who can go into that number 2 jersey if needed, but he is in the starting lineup as the number 8 off the bench. Gerhard Stennekamp wearing 16, I want to say for the first time in his whole career, with Wilco Low as the number 17 in this contest, so keeping the Bulls props together. Now, when I first read this front row, I thought it was a typo, I'll be honest. I was trying to work out whether or not maybe they put in the wrong name, but it seems to be legit, and it's going to be a very big question of how it's going to be used later on in this game. Urge Snyman, he is the number 19, first time ever for that man too, and Ruan Nokia at number 19, number 20, Andre Esterhuizen, number 21, Quaka Smith, and then the back replacements, Grant Williams at 22 and Manie Libbok as the 23. So that is a combination that we've seen from the Springboks before. They actually made a nice impact in the game up against France. It did seem like the tactics changed when those two made their way onto the field. But yeah, a very much so different looking Springbok side. The questions around what Rassi is doing, obviously he is building depth. He's working out if he's got any other hybrid players in the mix as well. Someone similar to an Andre Esterhuizen. The last 2 times that they faced Italy, they were able to win comfortably. So I think that this lineup, for one, it shows a little bit of experimentation, but it also shows that Rassi doesn't see Italy, even though they've just beaten the Australians, as a real contender in this contest. He feels like the comfortable winners on the cards, and you can really understand why when you look through at the talent pool that the South African squad has got, but I am looking forward to hearing the reasoning behind some of these selections. Of course, do let me know what you think of the Springboks lineup in the comments down below. We will be doing the live commentary for this match, as well as a preview a little bit closer to the kickoff. It is a 2:40 p.m. kickoff for you guys in South Africa on Saturday. It's going to be an epic game and a very intriguing one to go alongside it too. But thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.